But right now I'm going to hand over to Gwyn and Joe, and away you
Thanks,
go.
Liam. And like I said yesterday to those people that are watching, it's kind of strange circumstances. Practice all this thing, come up and then do the performance and then get ripped out by a judge in front of a whole lot of your peers. So I apologise in advance. Whatever I say and whatever the judges do, it's all done with love. We just need to cut to the chase. We've only got a short amount of time, so I'll have to skip all the frivolities and get into the nitty gritty anyway. Let's just go back to the first piece, please, and we'll just run that a little bit. It's really hard, like it is a test piece. It's got a whole lot of intricacies in there, and there's a whole lot of little specific things that people need to pay attention to, and then to bring it all together into the package. I thought perhaps the tempo was slightly quick, just to some things sounded a little bit frenetic at times, so we might just dial the tempo just back a little bit, just to workshop. But it's quite nice up at that tempo. It's got a nice energy to it, but maybe at the expense of some of the really intricate parts. Let's just do it there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So, do do da da do da da do do da. So it just feels like it's always creeping up on the tempo, and I suspect it's driven by you. So try and hold that tempo right back, please, and just let it sit at a nice, comfortable level. At the moment, it just feels like it's always just so much on top of the beat that it's sounding a little bit too much tension in there. From the top again. Don't forget the first. By the time we get to bar 5, we're forte. So at times, the drums in the rhythm section, it's quite loud and quite present, especially on some of the other tunes. So you guys are getting overpowered a little bit. So make sure that I think that's common for a lot of bands in this in a new room. There's no sound check. You've just got to do it. So as the work goes, especially with you guys with your new amp, like brand new amps, all new settings and everything. Make sure while you're playing, you're always very critical and analysing how is the balance between the bands. You only get one go at this thing and then you're off again. So making sure that you're constantly adjusting and listening to each other, because it felt like it took quite a while for the band dynamic to get used to the room. So you have to think really quickly as well. I still think perhaps trumpets are getting overpowered in general. You guys can point and shoot at us, really. There's only one solo mic back there, so it's all acoustic. So we have to balance up to the I'm not saying weak, that's terrible. I take all that back. But, you need to, everyone, especially the amplified instruments, need to balance to the acoustic. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That came out wrong. From the top again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Can I just have the people playing the melody, please? Trombones and saxophones and baritone at bar 9 with the pickup, and I want you to finish and hold your note, please, the first note of bar 10. So it goes da 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 da, and just hold that note for me, please, because that's the long note. Can I just hear you guys do that? I'll count you in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that's the issue that we have. So you can see this is a unison chart. And that's the intricacies of the chart, is that's the note. It's the long note, and it's totally out of tune. It's a hard note on tenors. I know it's that C sharp. It's an open sound. It's a tricky thing, but unless you guys adjust and get that note in tune, it's like a stabbing sensation in my ear hole. That note, and like there's moments of that through the whole piece, where especially in the unisons, and it's a real mark of. The difference between a good band and a really great band is if those unison passages in whatever piece it is, if you can try and tidy them up, you've got to listen to each other. The horns are all in tune, You know, when you tune up, that note is in tune, but the rest of it's out of tune. You know, it's trombones. You know, it's all about adjusting and fitting in. Can we just do that once more? 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so already there's a massive difference, a massive change. Don't be shy when you play that. You have to play quite loud still. It's like it's the feature. Don't just back off and go, oh, is this in tune? You know, whatever. So it sounds way better already. So it's that attention to detail that's required. From the top again. 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Yep. All right, that's great. And altos and trumpets, you have a forte dynamic there, don't you? Yeah, it's just rubbish. I need forte. You've got to play forte. That's your moment. Like there's 5 of you, this powerful section up the back there. It's got to be an assault on my senses of this forte-ness. Can I just hear you guys? That's like if you list all those long notes, da, 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 that one there, you guys have to tune up those long notes. They're often at the end of the phrase. It's the last thing people listen to of this really cool, you guys are playing really great, and then the last note, just that attention to detail is so important. Let's just do up to that point, and I really want to hear when you guys finally come in. I'm saying guys, but you know, I'm calling you all musicians. When you musicians come in, then you've got to play loud, okay? It has to be. There's no buts, or else the band has to play a lot quieter to give the impact. We have to have impact at that moment. Right from the top, please, and then we'll move on. 2, 1, 2, 3. Difference between the first 4 bars and the next 4 bars in terms of dynamic. Like it's got to it's got to be that kind of contrast, especially in this room. Sorry, I'll talk to you guys as well. So especially in this room with the dynamic, we have to over-exaggerate. My analogy about this is that there's 2 types of actors. There's actors for TV and there are actors on stage. And for TV, you can get away with the smallest little eyebrow movement, and because the camera's right here, it's like, yeah, okay, all right, and then just a tiny little smile, and then it's like, says everything, all the emotion is there, all the intensity and the dynamic is in that little thing. But on stage, you can't do that. You have to be present, you have to be large, and you have to be larger than life. And that's what has to happen with the dynamics. The dynamic range can't be this, it has to be as quiet as possible, and then as loud. Because by the time it gets out to the audience, it's this mushy, generic dynamic. So you have to over-exaggerate everything here, and then it'll come out nice and neatly out there. But at the moment, you guys are you're underwhelming us with dynamic. It has to be more and less. So we can be very quiet, and then really loud. Okay? Let's do that. Turn the mic on. Okay. Smash my ears. Go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tuning and nice and flow. Okay, once again the tempo's got away on us. Do voo voo da is where we started. Okay, the tempo is almost the most important thing. It's going out. It's like when you start to trip going down a hill, and then it just goes, you go faster and faster, and then you collapse and die. Yeah, okay, so you get the idea. It's all there. You're all playing. You've all got the requisite skills. You just need to really focus and listen to each other. It's so much important. It just looks like you're all individually playing your parts. That thing there, that's quite hard. You need to practice that individually. That's the only thing there's no point. There's nothing the band director can do. You guys just need to work on that. Slow it down, speed it up. Okay, let's just do this feature. That was so nice hearing a tenor player do a little feature. My first recommendation is for you to memorize this music, of course. Yep. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Almost there.
Yeah, almost there. Well, this is the performance. It's too late now. Yeah, I'll have it for you by tomorrow. It's like, well, whatever. Okay. I'm almost there. Brilliant. Okay, so let's just go. I'll talk to you a little bit, but I think in general, saxophone players were over-articulating, so it sounds like ta-ta-ta-ta, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da all the way through instead of do-do-do-do-do-do, soft tongue. I'll get my horn out and demonstrate in a minute. Let's just go right from the top. This is a really hard piece. There are some complex chord sequences in here. There's some extensions in chords. It's not just triads. There are 5 and 6-note chords. And really, once again, it's this. The tuning is so vital in this to try and get these chords into shape. It suffered a little bit from lack of focus, I felt. Let's go right from the top.
There's not really a set tempo. He just directs it.
2, 3, 4. I think the 4th chord is the resolution with a major chord or something. I better have a quick look at the score. So we've got to try and get these things sounding really, really sweet. I'm all over the place. Hang on, if I can get you to do it while I'm holding that. Thanks so much. From the top again. 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. So we might play a little, even though it's meant to be delicate and beautiful, we might play a little bit louder just to let the horns sing a little bit and just try and get this tuning going. We're in a big space, so we can afford to play a little bit louder, just to try and balance it all out. Here we go. 3, 4. Yeah. Stop. Okay, so that chord, let me hear that chord. 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so it's got to be, we have to try and get that chord in tune. Bong, yeah, it's got, baritone leads the root note and then everything else comes around it. You don't have a bass bone player, sadness. So find a bass bone player because these two will work so great together when you find this virtual person. Yeah, it'll be so great. It's in a moment like that where if you don't have a full big band, it's just, it's so close. Yeah, find a bass bone player. Buy a bass bone. Here we go. From the top again. 2, 3, go. Yeah, with me, all with the stick, whatever he does. 3, 4. Is there a pickup here, do it? 2, 3. Da, da. 4. Oh, shit. 2, 5, 4. Whoa, let's just hear that, you guys. Everybody, what's that? Bar 7? Bar 7, please. 3, bar 7, 3, 4. Okay, all again. Bar 7, 2, 3, 4. What's the time? 2, 3, 4, 1. So I would lose the scoops. You're doing that. You're just scooping a lot. It's a real habit you've got into, and it's a real common thing with saxophones. For this type of music, I would lose all scooping. So anytime he scoops, you can give him a dead arm. Yep, every single time. He'll walk away by the end. Yeah. So I think that's the thing. We've got to knock it on the head. But for me, it's just like over-articulation in the front. Dynamic, make sure that you adjust constantly. You're a bit quiet at the beginning, and then by the time the performance finished, maybe a bit loud. Making sure that you're balancing up with those trumpets. Felt too loud again, especially in that last piece where it was really massive, and then like I couldn't hear the back line. You guys can play louder in general. Smash it out. You guys have the most fun instruments. Like you can actually have all this power. Yep, right all the way through, right to you. Just bam, smash it out. Bassbone player, the virtual bassbone player, we need that. Nice. I need some more piano solos from you. You've got it in you, I know you do. Nice work. Everyone, go well. Thank you.
Thank you, Gwyn. Gwyn Reynolds. Gwyn is the leader of the ARA jazz program down in Christchurch, so great to have him here, and Joe as well. Wellington College and Wellington Girls College combined. Thank you very much, and we'll stand by for Tauranga Boys. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to those of you who've just come into the room. We're well into the program for the day now, and two more bands this morning, and the next band is a local band, and I know that some of you are already aware of that. There's a lot I could say about this band, but I mustn't say too much. But I think it's just the best thing is just to welcome them on stage. John Page, the musical director, and of course the band is the Tauranga Boys College Big Band.
"18 years is how long I've been doing this for, and it doesn't seem that long." I was talking to Murray Mason. Are you out there, Murray? Sorry, I'm going to use Murray as an example. I said, I feel like I'm the old man here, but then I had a chat with Murray, and he's been here since 1981, and I told him I was 11 at that stage. So, but Murray's been a great mentor, and he's a great help for what we do with the jazz in Tauranga, so kudos to you. Thank you for all your help and effort. The boys today are going to be playing quite a variety of pieces, and we hope you enjoy them. Obviously, we're going to start with the set piece timeline, and we're going to be featuring James Robinson on trumpet, James Upjohn on bass, Ruben Stevens on trombone, and Michael Van Lieshout on guitar. We hope you enjoy the first piece. A very special treat for you now. We're going to do a fantastic arrangement by Gordon Brisker of Bobby Shoes Blue, featuring James Robinson. James Robinson, a stunning wee player. Just a thought, I'm standing here on stage and I'm listening to James play, and James has been with us. This is his 7th Jazz Fest with us. He started with us in year 7, and he was standing down the end, and we had him on a box because he was quite short. I was very tempted to bring the box out tonight, but just while we play that, I was thinking about Rob Wilson, who passed away just over a year ago, and he had a huge influence on James, and so just thoughts to Rob and Auntie Heather and the family. So that was for Rob, eh? Cool. I heard Roger talking about Gordon Goodwin and the Big Fat Band, and they're one of my favourite bands, and Gordon's one of my favourite composers, arrangers. So we have to have something in the program. We're going to do Tweet Fatigue, featuring the saxophone section. Hope you enjoy it. Kai Chalmers. And I forgot Triangle Solo by Mitchell Sigley. Well done, Mitchell. We're going to finish our program off with a very well-known jazz standard, Footprints, Wayne Shorter. Obviously, it really was first written in 1966 and was on Adam's Apple. We hope you enjoyed it. It's going to be featuring... I hate it when you get this mind blank. We're going to be featuring Morgan Hatch on tenor. And unfortunately, I was unfortunate because of the socks. I'm really a bit concerned about Troy's socks, but Troy Winnick on piano.
How about our people? Tauranga Boys College. John Page. Nicely done, gentlemen. Thank you. So just take a seat or just wait for one of the judges to come up here. I'm just going to, a random question, but how many people in this band came through Tauranga Intermediate School? Quite a few? Yeah, I just want to acknowledge Carol Story over here, who teaches at the intermediate school and really encourages the students to come through and do jazz. In fact, we've actually got a Tauranga Intermediate School kid playing guitar today. This is Michael. Year 8, is that right, Michael? Yeah. He's heavily disguised as a secondary school student. But I'll hand over the reins now to Gwyn and listen in.
Thank you. You guys weren't here when I did my last spiel. It's a weird situation. You come up here, you practice all this time, you come up here, you play a really great performance, and then I rip you guys to bits in front of a whole lot of your friends and peers and things. So it's really bizarre, but I've just got a few comments. I felt the band's playing really nicely. I loved in Timeline how the horns were hanging back behind the beat. I think it's the first time I've heard it over the competition, so it's really great. It just feels really nice when the drummer's laying the tempo and then the horns are laying back on it. I know it sounded deliberate, and it really, really was nice. There's just a few little things that it's really important, and I talked about it to the last band, is that in this situation where there's no sound check and there's no, you always got to keep listening to other, especially the amplified instruments, to make sure that you're balancing up all the time. So I thought the acoustic balance was perfect, and then I thought the electric was slightly too loud. And then I thought you were slightly too quiet, perhaps, overall, just a little bit too quiet. So especially in the electric stuff, you can come forward a little bit and just make sure that you're balancing up with the kick and then the rest of the stuff. But still, I've very much enjoyed it. I love the fact that you're not reading music, that you've played it enough times to memorise it. Definitely went noticed, so very great. Can I just have a listen to Timeline? That's some really great bits, and I felt overall I was really happy with the dynamic and the build and so the few things. There's just one little bit that I'm afraid I'm going to pick on, thing which is the saxophones and that triplet thing. There's the two moments where you have the triplets, and you just have to learn it and play it. It's not that hard. Can I just hear you guys do? Where is that? Where's the first one? 22 or 28? That thing. Where is that? 38? Can I just hear you guys? I don't know if we'll get to play the whole piece because it was sounding really great. Can I just hear you guys do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, so it needs to be really da 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 da. Make sure that you get that skip in there. It's sounding good. Have the trumpets got that as well, or is it just saxophones there? Trombones have it at 22. Do you? Can I hear all? Is it you guys have it at 22? So tenors and trombones. Can I hear the first one? 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and once more. 1, 2. You can skip the da 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 da. You can da 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 bo da. If you can't get the da 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 do da. If you want, but the bo da, it's got to be on the beat and really clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, so it's a tenor line. It's written for saxophones, and then some idiot has put it in the trombones. It's not a trombone thing. So you can ghost it as much as you like. The tenor players will eat this up. They can do this stuff. It's real easy on saxophone. It's just wiggle your fingers. Like, you guys have to punch some people real hard, like to get this thing happening. Ghost it a bit, but I want to hear bo-da, da-ba-da-da, bo-da is really important for you guys. Don't worry about the rest. These guys can nail it, won't we? Yes, we will. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, bo-da. I've just got to hear that from you guys. Do you play it as well? Yeah, bo-da. Valve trombone, how about that? Whoa, freaking me out. He's not moving his arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And again, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, so it's still really rubbish, but you can see where we're going with this is that, the band is sounding so good, and then it's just like, oh man, what is this? It's like you're eating ice cream and you come across a Brussels sprout. It's like, whoa, what just happened to my dessert? It's like, it's tasting so great. And there's this thing in here. What is that? So there's just a few moments where some attention to detail is just required to just get the whole thing over the line and sounding really amazing. So, it's just those moments. And we haven't got time to practice it now, and you don't even have time in rehearsals to practice that stuff. It's an individual thing. You three, I know how easy it is. It's not that hard. So you three should be nailing that bit. It's real difficult for you guys. I get it, okay? So you leave it up to these guys. They've got your back. Yes, we have. Yeah. Okay, cool. That sounds great. Can we just do the ballad? It was so nice. Great to see he's memorized the music. Did we all notice that from the last conversation we had? Okay, come up the front here. This is a really hard piece, and that screaming trumpet bit in the middle, it's killer, man. It's the level of difficulty is just above what's required. This is a pro chart. It's like you did your very, very best. Well done. Just got to keep practicing. Try and get up there. It's really killer. Let's just go a little bit through this, please. Right from the top. So you just need to really study them to unlock it. You're doing it oftentimes. Okay, from the top. That was a private conversation, by the way. Okay. All right, let's go. Sorry, I'll just find this chart. Here we go. Is it I can't even remember how the beginning goes. Is it rubato beginning?
He counts 1, 2.
Double forte, okay. Okay, 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, that's great. It's sounding really great. I would encourage you to keep listening to some jazz guitarist comp for this stuff. Like, if you're going to do junk, 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 I would definitely not put a skip in there. Junk, 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 junk. It's like, just go junk, junk. If you're going to go to that old school way of guitar comping, but there are some really modern versions as well. Junk, junk, you can use kind of more, instead of strumming, like that kind of more grippy stuff. don't know anything about guitar, like whatever. It's like it's just magic with that people do. So yeah, it's sounding really great. Saxophones, I feel lead alto needs to come up a little bit. You need to own the section a bit more. It's all the dynamic markings don't apply for you. You just come up a little bit more. It needs to balance out. You're definitely the lead. Often the melody in the saxophone is getting lost. So you've come up a bit more, and then everything else will support you. Yeah, horns sounding beautiful. Sounds great. Good job. How much time? We're done. Okay. Look, I could be here for ages. Like, it's a fun band to workshop. Heaps of potential in the band. Lovely piano work. Good stuff. Not so sure about the melodic. No, I'm only joking. No, it's good. It's good stuff. And it's a real pleasure to hear you guys, and it's obviously that you're enjoying it as well. So another round of applause for these guys.
Thank you, Gwyn. Tauranga Boys College. Gwyn's very adept at turning